I got hired by the police department in the end of 1988. I came in as a patrolman, worked as a field training officer after a few years, and got on SWAT. While I was on the SWAT team, I took over Ohio Tactical Officers Association. I was part of the organization. It was very small then. We do a lot of training. And my job as the boss looking over this is to make sure that we're delivering the very best product out there. Everything that's out there, we've given it a try. We've used airsoft, UTM, simunition, and so far on the market, the UNIT Solutions rifle has the other ones beaten. Well, we use it in all of our training, actually. It's kind of the staple of our active shooter response programs. Every officer that comes through our training programs for the active shooter response is literally issued a UNIT4 rifle. They use the rifle throughout the whole class. We do a minimum of 55 of those classes in 1 year. Those 55 classes train close to 1,500 officers. You pick up a UNIT Solutions rifle, feels like a real gun. It functions like a real gun. There's no comparison. In my mind, and quite honestly in the students' minds, when they're grabbing airsoft and some of these other systems that's out there, they're picking up a toy to do law enforcement training. They want to pick up a real rifle, what feels like a real gun. And that's going to simulate for us real-world solutions to the problem. With the UNIT Solutions rifle, I know that sitting in the office when my team is out there training officers, that there's absolutely no way that that weapon system is going to be able to be loaded with a live round. It all comes down to safety. That's really my concern as being the chief operating officer of the organization, the guy that literally is responsible for all the training, is how are we providing the very best training in the safest environment possible. UTM drop-in bolt systems, the ammunition per round is a little over $1 per round. Quite honestly, we're firing rounds. It gets very expensive. You would hate to say that it's cost prohibitive, but we're trying to provide the very best training that we can for the cheapest amount that we can, and these disposables can often kill us. We're not experiencing that with UNIT Solutions. The cost of the round is substantially cheaper. It does impact our bottom line. I could place an order for UTM, and I won't see anything for 6, sometimes 8 months. We have no assurances when it's coming, and I can't plan on a whole year's worth of training. Our active shooter classes alone, we're doing 55 classes in a year, training close to 1,500 officers. Those classes are scheduled. Those classes are dependent on having correct weapon system in their hands and also the ammunition to provide the training. If I don't have the ammo, I can't do the training. We can't run around going pew, pew, pew. They have to actually be firing rounds on targets. The only reasonable solution for me is obtaining a vendor that's going to provide me what I need in a timely fashion. And if I have to wait 6 months for it, I have to look elsewhere. I have run the gamut over the years of trying to figure out what is going to be the best application in a training environment to put these officers into that's going to replicate the shootings that I was in on the job, the shootings that I was in on SWAT. How am I going to replicate that in the field? It's a huge challenge. Quite honestly, most of it's junk. I can tell you most of it's junk because we've used it. You buy the airsoft and you get it operational and it worked 4% of the time and broke 99% of the time. So it's on the shelf. Finally, we have a solution that we feel works, and I can tell you that it works because we have hundreds of training evolutions, thousands of officers that have trained. Rifles don't go down. I can't say that for the other products that are out there. What we pride ourselves in is we're not using equipment because it's cool or it's flashy or it's the latest, greatest stuff. We're using it because it works operationally in the field and it works operationally in the training environment.